Everyone knows Tom Holland as Spider-Man. The suit, the flips, the confidence. But long before millions of people knew his face, he was just a kid doing something other boys sometimes laughed at. Tom grew up in London and started taking hip-hop dance classes when he was around 9 years old. Back then, there were no superhero movies, no red carpets, and definitely no Spider-Man suit. Then, during a performance with his dance school, Tom was noticed by people connected to Billy Elliot the musical. Suddenly, something he was doing for fun had opened a door he never expected. But being noticed didn't mean he had made it. Tom still had to prove himself, and that meant learning skills he had never seriously trained for before. For years he worked on ballet, tap dancing, acrobatics, and gymnastics, pushing himself until he was finally ready for one of London's biggest stages. And while he was training, school wasn't always easy. Tom later said there were times when other kids bullied him because of his dancing. He could have stopped. He could have tried to hide what made him different. Instead, he kept training, kept performing, and refused to let the teasing decide what he would become. Eventually, the boy being mocked for dancing made it onto the West End stage and became Billy Elliot. For most people, that alone would have been the dream. But years later, another audition came. This time it was for Spider-Man. And suddenly all those years of movement, balance, performance, flips, and discipline mattered in a completely different way. Tom Holland got the role. The kid some people laughed at for dancing grew up to become Spider-Man. Sometimes the thing people make fun of today becomes part of what makes you impossible to ignore tomorrow.